Well, hello, everyone. Sorry for the funny lighting, but we got to figure things out here. Welcome to our Monday evening community call. I'm your co-host, Robin Blake Muscari, along with my partner, Gregory, and we get together every Monday night to share community news, to celebrate you, several of you that are moving through the ranks here, to give updates and details and get together and go through what's on our newsletter every week. And if you're not getting our newsletter, please reach out to your upline and get on our email list because there's a lot of valuable information. So to get started, we get to celebrate tonight. And I just have to share something that happened to me last week that was like one of my favorite things to happen is I got surprised by two new directors that I didn't even know we had. And that is really fun. One of them made director during that week, and the other one made director a while ago, and I just discovered it. So when you have anyone in your team that ranks to director, please let us know. And it is my treat. One of them, I don't know if Honey did Diane make it?
I'm not seeing Diane on.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, she's got a power outage at home, so she may not be able to join us this week.
Right. So Diane is going to be with us probably next week or a week, probably not next week, but in the near future, we'll have Diane come on board. So it is my pleasure to bring on someone who is new in my life. And I was thrilled when I got to meet her. Dear Janet, is it Kieffer? Is that correct?
It's Kieffer, yes.
Kieffer. Oh, and this woman is a consummate professional, and boy, are we going to learn a lot from her. And she went through the ranks pretty quickly, and she's got a great team going. And Janet reached out to me because her upline isn't active, and she didn't even know her upline, the rest of us, but she did know Gregory and I, and I'm going to introduce her to everyone else next week after the conference. So Janet, congratulations.
Well, thank you so much, Gregory and Robin. I'm a little surprised to be here.
Well, we're thrilled that you're here. And, why don't you share just a little bit? We'll just take a few minutes, a little bit about your background and what excites you most about LifeWave right now.
Oh, well, thank you. And to be honest, folks, hello, everybody in LifeWave land. I've actually never been on this call, so I'm not really sure what you guys do. So please guide me. But I would just say, first of all, you have to say thank you. Thank you to David for creating these amazing technologies and to the LifeWave community out there in the LifeWave company. And thank you to my sponsor, Bonnie Hansen. It was pretty funny. It was really a God thing how I got here. She and I hadn't talked for about a year, and we caught up in June, and she said, "Do you know about these patches?" And I'm like, I'm pretty aware of cutting edge technologies and wellness. And I was like, patches? What patches? And she goes, well, here's a link. So I started looking and reading, and I was pretty blown away. And I was like, this company's been around since 2004, and I don't even know about it. Like, what an idiot am I? So I would just say the success is due to the product. The success is due to always with the network marketing model, as I try to tell people, it's how the best companies can come to market. These are relationship products. And especially for women, our superpower is relationship building. And these are products that have to be explained. And so when I read the science and really dug down, because I've written 3 patents, it was like, okay, let me get a handle on it. I honestly thought, if these things work, I have a gold mine. Because 153 million people are over 50 in the US. It's only growing, and a good 100 million of them need it. And I just saw that we had an extraordinary opportunity. And if you at all care about people and you care about health and wellness, and the pandemic only exacerbated that for all of us, I just felt like God guided me here. And so my last thank you is to this unbelievable team of people who just showed up, like on my team. Like I couldn't have scripted them in a Hollywood movie. The talent I've got and that just keep coming, and the results we're getting in the stories. So it's been a real blessing.
You said so many wonderful things. Superpowers of women. I love it. And it's obvious that you have a marketing background, Janet. I love it. And you understand we are absolutely sitting on a gold mine. And isn't that exciting? So you attracted some wonderful people on your team. What'd you do to get all these great people?
Again, I think it's law of attraction. Honestly, I do think it is. But I'm a blabbermouth, and will, if I see something good, I'm going to tell you. And some people are put off by that and think my daughter's so funny. She goes, "God, Mom, I feel like you're always selling me." So she wouldn't come near the patches for like months. And then about 3 weeks ago, we're on late one night. She goes, "This link doesn't work." I go, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm ordering the patches." So it's like, okay, good, and everything. But I think what's attracting people is truly the results. Um, I know we talked a little bit. I don't know how your call goes. I don't know if I should share a few of these stories, but we're having people who've been on years of pain drugs coming off of them in days. People, recovering from surgeries. The quick story, I didn't kind of know how the patches worked. And I remember saying to my daughter, "Well, if these things clear up my migraines, they're worth every penny." So God heard that. And that night I got a migraine. And so I remember seeing somewhere on, I think, your site that people talked about they help migraines. But I didn't know how you eat. Like, I'd had them 2 days. So I just started sticking patches all on me. I'm like, I don't know what it'll do. And I was just shocked because usually a migraine takes me 12 hours, about 8 ibuprofen, I'm out. And in 3 minutes, it was gone. And I was like, oh, okay, something's going on here. So it's managed also clear, Ice Wave and X39 has managed to clear up 3 years of knee pain in 4 weeks. So it's not as dramatic. We have amazing stories of a woman with recovering from a stroke that the doctors just basically said, "Suck it up. You're the best you're ever going to get." And in a week, she came out of levels of paralysis and coordination. She told me yesterday she was carrying 50-pound boxes up and down stairs again. So we're like, what are we going to be like at 100? So anyways, so yes, I could go on and on. I'm really excited to be here, and as my team is at this time with the new product launch, we're trying to gear it all up, and I know you've offered some great help. And I also have to thank Zena Locke and Ron Rabin, who I reached out to early on, like, how does this work? And they're very gracious, which I love about network marketing. Everybody sees it as a team. Yeah.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And, your belief is really the foundation of everyone's success. You believe in the profession, obviously,
Yeah.
and you're having amazing experiences yourself and seeing them in other people. And you're going to share that amazing story about the twins in the near future, I hear.
Yeah. For those of you listening, I got permission last night to share a little bit.
Okay, great.
The same woman who was working with recovering from the after effects of her stroke. By the way, she was just elected mayor in a town here in Texas just last week. So she's gearing up for it. But she has twin granddaughters that were born very preemie, and they were in the hospital for over a year with severe spectrum issues at 4. And I don't want to spoil that story because it's very powerful, but within a day, putting the patches on these little girls who don't relate, don't talk, weren't potty trained at 4, nothing. In a month, in a week, in days. I mean, it's just stunning. They turned around. They're talking now. They're ABCs, they're colors, they're potty trained. They were with their former doctors, I guess, this last weekend, and the doctors were crying. They're like, we can't even believe this turnaround. So I just have to thank David and pretty much his guidance of what's coming through.
Oh my gosh, I have chills down to my toes. I mean, aren't we blessed to be in a situation where we get to witness miracle stories every day?
Every day. I know we're all of us always, our jaws are dropping like, can you believe this? But
Yeah.
I don't want to take up more time, but may I tell one
No.
more story
Yes,
that
please.
I think helped me? I was corporate. I didn't do network marketing. I didn't have any aversion to it. I just couldn't see, because I had owned a health food store in my past. I had owned a fitness club. I had been in nutrition. I was pre-med in college. And I just couldn't see the differentiation. Why I had Mary Kay on the Dallas tollway every day I went past. I was like, how do they sell? I mean, come on, there's just too many choices. So what caught me was a network marketing company around travel. Okay, now we're talking. When I could go to Florence, Italy for a week for $209, I'm in. So I learned a lot about the industry in that. But the story that caught me was the woman who invited me to see it. I didn't know her. And she calls one July night. Oh, someone said, we're having a get together. Would you like to come over? And I'm thinking, I don't know this woman. No. So, but I was polite. Hey, call me back. And she did. And she called 3 or 4 times. And finally, I'm thinking, am I going to South Dallas to some crack house? Like, I don't know who this is. And finally I said, what's it about? She goes, travel? And I said, well, why didn't you say that in the first place? So anyways, I go look at the thing. It's amazing. I grab the application, sign up, and we start having a ball. A year later at a training, they showed her kind of her chart of people she had invited, and name, scratch out, scratch out, scratch out, scratch out. Number 19, her first yes was Janet Kieffer. Her first yes was me. She didn't know me. She had to call me 4 times. I don't think I'd even be that persistent. And I took her team to the top. So I try to tell people, probably the people who are going to be push you to the top, you don't know yet.
That's so true. So great words of wisdom, my dear. I want to again congratulate you. I'm thrilled to have you in our directors and above leadership team, where we get together once a week and we mastermind of how to best serve the community. So thrilled to get to know you better and work with you over a wonderful journey. Thank you so much. And
thank you to everyone.
Yeah. So Gregory, you want to say anything to Janet?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Janet. I mean, this is so exciting. We're so delighted to have you part of our community, our family, and your story is a real inspiration. And it is about the law of attraction. You got to live in that. And sometimes the best things happen when you're not expecting it, but you're attracting it.
Yes. Yeah. So we're all excited to be here. Hopefully we'll celebrate a lot of leaders coming up through our years. So thank you.
We've really just begun. We're touching the tip of the iceberg. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So Gregory, you want to pull up the
Yeah, I'm going to pull up and I'm just going to jump around a little bit. I'm going to share my screen because I just want to say, Janet, you lead by example, because we're celebrating our manager maker contest, and here you are, 3 new managers. Voila! No wonder you're a director. So congratulations, Janet, on bringing in Heather, who became a manager, Jerry, who became a manager, and Barbara Larrabee that became a manager. So a manager maker is the key to success in this business. So congratulations. And as most of you know, we're running this contest, and the contest is just about over. We're providing a manager and manager maker bonus to the first 20 new managers and their manager maker upline. And we've got 16 of them we just wanted to kind of acknowledge tonight. I'm just going to run through the list real quickly here. First, I want to congratulate Linda Jenks and her new manager, Chris Phillips. Congratulations, Linda. Great job. And Helen Peak, your old buddy and mine, Ron Maurer. Hey, congratulations, Ron. Stepped up and pushed his way to manager. And of course, Connie Lucas is out there building nonstop. And Barbara Fonts. Congratulations, Barbara. So excited for you. A big step and a first step along the way. And Jocelyn's doing such a great job. If she's breaking managers in her organization on a regular basis, and she's got a new personally sponsored manager, Milagros Jordan. Congratulations, Jocelyn. And our dear friend and yours, Judy Daniel, sponsor her friend Patty Levesque. And Patty went on. She went on, and congratulations, Judy and Patty. But Patty went on and sponsored Dr. Paul. And then Dr. Paul went on and sponsored Dr. Cami. And then Dr. Cami down here, congratulations, Dr. Cami. She went on and sponsored Aaliyah Owen and Celia Owen. So, I mean, I think Dr. Cami is probably director. Correct me if I'm wrong, Robin.
Yes, she is.
She is. So she'll be a guest on one of our upcoming calls. So, you know, success leaves clues, and, you know, and our very own Kay Lebucky, and, you know, sponsored Ralph and brought him up to the manager level, and also Connie Waters. So congratulations, Kay. And, oh gosh, and down here, Rodell Rufino. Hello, Rodell. And congratulations on your new manager, Jason Jusson. I hope we didn't spell that wrong. And this beautiful name, D. Gabriel Morandante, what a beautiful name, has a new manager, Ryan J. Tanikos, okay? And I'm just so excited for all of you. So checks and PayPal's been going out of here, you know, like clockwork. So we're really excited. So if there's anybody out there with a new manager, let us know, because there's only 4 more manager maker bonuses available. And when those are gone, they're gone. And we may do this again down the road, but we committed to 4. And thank you, Kai Jacobson, because he provided the $2,000 that's made this manager maker bonus possible. So,
And I do want to say, if you did become a manager in this last month, because it was a month, no, October 11th until now, and you're not on the list and we don't know about it, please let us know. And
absolutely.
Yeah. And so I do that. And I do want to comment that in the chat, Dr. Valvet said, I am excited to meet the person that takes me to the top. Well, I wish that for everyone. And that was definitely a success tip from Janet, is it's not, many times it's not who you know, and it could be several levels down. And, you know, Gregory and I were blessed to have a big player come in 4 levels down, and we didn't know her. And, you know, and she sped up our process. And so we're very grateful for someone we didn't know either. Okay.
You know, the other lesson I'd like to tag onto that also, in one of my previous networking incarnations where I did really, really well, I tried sponsoring my upline sponsor from another company for a year, and he finally said yes. And he went on to become one of the first 10 in this company. It would be like a senior presidential. He became one of the first 10 senior presidentials. Over there, it was called Diamond. And but I dripped on him and followed up for 12 months before he finally, the timing wasn't right. And when the timing was right, he just said yes. And that made a huge difference. And we became the best of friends and traveled a lot of the world together, you know, opening up countries and just having a grand time. So, you know, persistence pays off. So, so that's our manager makers. So congratulations, everyone.
Okay.
So the next thing on our list, Robin, you want to talk about our doctor's call for tomorrow evening?
Sure. I think everyone who's been on this call loves it, and you have your favorite doctors. And once a week, we do an introduction to LifeWave and our technology and the star of our show, X39. And it's a great place to bring guests, because in 30 minutes, Gregory does a beautiful presentation, a little history of the company, about David, about X39 and stem cells. And then we bring on our doctor and they share for a while, and then we give an opportunity for you to share stories and ask questions. So Dr. Walter Young will be on tomorrow, and he is an acupuncture physician, and everybody loves Dr. Walt. And and a lot of people are having amazing experiences having private consults with him, being an acupuncture physician with a background in nursing and ER medicine. So he's a gift to our community, as they all are. So that's tomorrow night.
Yeah, so this is a special week because this is convention week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Orlando. So this Thursday morning, Kai and Lynette, Robin and I are going to be doing the Thursday morning business training live from Orlando. So 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I just want to talk about the conference for a few minutes because you can still order virtual tickets to enroll until 9 p.m. Pacific. So that's, so still 2.5 more hours. So if you're already enrolled, great. But I'd suggest that when you get off this Zoom, you get on the phone with everyone in your team and encourage them to enroll and purchase the virtual ticket. Also, live registration, although it's not available online anymore, if you show up the door, we won't turn anybody away. You can register right there on site, and it really officially starts Friday morning. Thursday evening, there's a welcome reception from 7 to 9. And at 9 a.m., crisp and clear, the show begins.
And it's going to be a show. They are doing a production. So those of you that are watching virtually, be prepared for wonderful effects. And in person, it'll be even more fun. But they also created a special website for everybody. And if you are enrolled virtually or live, you have 2 weeks to access this website, which will have replays of all what happened at the conference, plus a lot of special bonus items that we don't know what they are, but we know they're exciting.
And it probably has to do with being able to order the new X49 product. That's going to be.
Hey, Gregory, quiet.
Oh, the new product, whatever they could decide to call it. That everybody that physically attends goes home with a free one. But I think there's a pretty good chance everybody that's attending virtually might be able to order one. So it could happen. It could happen. So it's going to be a really great event. And this is going to build the fire that's just going to power us through the end of the year and really lay the foundation for a very, very successful 2022. And I think another way to really lay the foundation for 2022 is enrolling in Coach Clarissa's special boot camp. The first one was last night. And, not last night. It seems like last night. Last Thursday evening, and you can still register. It's only $49. This is normally she charges $497. But if you register now, you can still register and you can go back and listen to the replay from last Thursday. There's not going to be one this Thursday because of the conference. And then you can start plugging into the live ones over the next 3 weeks subsequent to the conference. So wow, nothing but rave reviews from people that have attended the 30-day boot camp in the past and people that attended the first segment of it last Thursday evening.
So what I want to add to that one, and thank you for that, Gregory, is Coach Clarissa probably has more managers and directors than anybody in our group. So there's a clue. And she does a magnificent job of coaching. So maybe in the future, Gregory, we'll have some people comment on what's gone on in the boot camp.
We will. That's a great idea.
Great.
Okay.
So end the year strong, start the new year strong.
So that's really the meat of what we had to share.
There's what we got to go down to good to know, honey.
There's a good to know. Okay. Good to know. There's a wealth of treasured resources in the guide section of the Live Younger Facebook and Vibrant Living Facebook page. You want to talk about that?
Yes, I remember when the penny dropped for you when you started looking at the guides. Why don't you say what happened?
Well, I knew about the guides in the Live Younger Facebook group, and that was a predecessor to Nitty Gritty. Because in the beginning, for our first year or so, year and a half, we put all of our training materials in the guide section of the Live Younger Facebook group. And then Judy gave birth to Nitty Gritty, which has been, so there's still wonderful stuff in the guides, but I didn't really get Vibrant Living, to be honest with you, until I saw in the guide section, there's over 150 targeted testimonials for just about every symptom of aging you could imagine. And you can easily tag any of those testimonials and invite someone to Vibrant Living to review that testimonial that might be relevant to them, whether it's a knee, an elbow, mobility, or, any of the symptoms of aging. I guarantee that just about all of them are covered numerous ways and times. And so it's the best resource for testimonials at your fingertips. And information tells, stories sell. And this is all about stories that people are having great results. Some of them are videos, some are visual pictures, and some of them are just, typed up stories, but they're all success stories that'll help you communicate the benefit of these wonderful magic patches that we share.
So that's one part, and that's probably the most important part, is the stories, because information tells and stories sell. But if you take the time, to go through those guides, you will come across a lot of other resources that you're going, wow, I didn't know that was there. And the reason I put this in the good to know this week is someone had asked, there's people that get concerned, they have cancer and they think stem cells will increase the cancer cells. And that's a very common question. So Dr. Joan and David Schmidt have a letter in the file, in the guide in our Live Younger Facebook group, where you can read about that. And so I went, boy, a lot of people don't even know that exists. And so I invite you to open up the Facebook groups, both of them, and go through the guides and see the things that are there, because there's a lot that's there. Okay. Back to you.
Great. Well, so the rest of it you can read at your leisure, folks. It's the foundational information that's available on our weekly newsletter. If you're not getting the newsletters, please reach up to someone in your up team, have them send it to you. Then you just click on this little button here and you'll be enrolled magically, and you'll get notices. You'll get this weekly newsletter arrive in your inbox every Monday afternoon. So that's pretty much what we had to share. Robin, anything else, final comments you want to make?
One more thing, because we are so looking forward to being with you in Orlando, those of you that are coming, and we want to make sure we know who's coming. So please send me a message. It could be through Messenger, it could be through, text or email. My email's all over the place, but I'll write it in the chat just so you have it, because we want your name and your phone number, because we want to meet you, and we might have a little gift for you, but we've got a suite, and we're going to invite people up to be with us, or if we're meeting in a certain place by the pool or whatever, we want to let people know. So please let us know, and we are excited to be with you in person.
So we'll create a text message group. So everybody that's with us, when we're having an appointed place where we're going to be hanging out, we'll let you know where we're hanging out. And so you can just come join us and hang out with us.
And for the rest of you, we're giving a virtual hug, because I know so many of you are going to be with us virtually. So we have another short while before the deadline happens, and we got to take care of that enrollment, Gregory.
All right.
And we're so grateful for each and every one of you, and that we're sharing this amazing journey together. Isn't it interesting? The conference starts on 11/11.
Nice.
Yeah. So again, thank you, Janet, for sharing your wisdom, and your success leaves clues with us tonight. Congratulations again, and thrilled to share this journey with each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. God bless, and we'll see you virtually or in person in Orlando. Bye-bye.
Bye.